Hi, this is Sharon Lim. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I blog at sharonitwithyou.blogspot.com. And today we're doing a fun spinning card inspired by VTran. And it goes like this. Thank you for everything. You are the best. And I got inspired by VTran to make this lovely card that she did with the For the Record stamp set. And this one I'm doing for teacher appreciation. I haven't adhered it to the card base because I wanted to show the back of it as we're progressing to show you how it actually holds it all in. So let's get started. We're going to start with a piece of cardstock that measures 4 by 5 1/4, and you're going to cut it 2 from a 1/2 inch to 2. I use this because it's a thicker, it's a mother of pearl one. You can also use thicker basic white stock, cardstock, basic white cardstock if you'd like, or you can adhere some DSP to regular basic white. So just as it says, cut 2 from 1/2 inch to 2. So I'm going to turn the card to the side, stop it at 2. Put my finger down so I'm not cutting quite yet until I get to the right spot, and start at the 1/2 inch. Now I can press down all the way to 2 inches. So you're just doing a slit. That's what I love about the paper trimmer here. Then the next step is you're going to do vertically. So at the 1/2 inch, so I love being able to measure on this side, the 1/2 inch. So keep your cutter at the 2 inches where you had it, and you're just going to go down a quick 1/2 inch. So you kind of have like a backward L shape right there. You see that? We're going to set that aside a bit, and then we're going to show you the other mechanisms of the card. So this is the largest circle from the layering circle dies. I cut one of cardstock and one of paper. The paper one I folded in half horizontally and then folded in half vertically. Used my paper piercer, or you can use your take your pick tool to get that center, because you're going to cut a slit, but you want to make sure that you have it at the center. So you're going to line that up to the other circle, and you're going to cut from the edge all the way to the circle. Sorry, to the hole that you just poked. So you just made this little slit, kind of like Pac-Man. All right, and then we're going to take our 2 tabs that measure 1/2 inch by 2, and the first tab we're going to adhere to the back of the bottom. So I flipped it over and get my glue out, put some glue here, and basically it goes here at the bottom, and that's kind of your lever for moving your mechanism. Got a little glue there, I'm just wiping it off. So that's your lever. Line that up a little bit better. There we go. So that's your lever. I'm just pressing it to make sure it's tight. The second one, you're actually going to put next to the top part right here. And I'm going to use some Scotch tape. Good old Scotch tape. And you're going to put it next to, and it's kind of like a stopper for it, so it doesn't poke all the way through. So let me see if I can show you this. And you want it right next to it. Right there. It's a little long, so I'm going to take my scissors and cut that extra out. So it looks like this. You won't be able to see the back one. Does that make sense? Okay. Then we're going to test it out here. And by testing it out, you're going to put the one with the stopper into the slot that you just made, so it goes through. There we go. There. And then see how it lines up, and then it'll hopefully spin. And then hide. I'm going to do it a couple times just to get that paper used to that motion. There you go. You see how rough it is? See how it kind of just moves? That's why I wanted to show you the part that I did on the finished card to help guide the circle so it doesn't pop and keep moving. So what you're going to do is you're going to flip this over. You're going to get some lovely pieces of the foam strips that are already pre-cut. And as you're pushing the tab down, what you're doing is you're just kind of guiding it so it doesn't pop out. So I'm just going to go around, and as I'm pushing the tab on this side, you see how I'm turning just a little bit, and just keep putting more guides for it to stay on track. A little bit more. Yeah. And it should go all the way around. Again, just to guide it to keep it in a circle so it doesn't go too wonky when you're pushing the tab on this side. There we go. I realize this might take a while, but this will so help you and guide the circle so it doesn't pop out. I'll have to ask for maybe some circle foam strips in the sandbox to be able to help for projects like this. Because you don't want to bend the foam strips either. So that's the caveat of it all. There, see how it's kind of caged in? There you go. So keep testing it out. I'm going to put that tape that kind of got up a little bit when I stuck it in, but that's okay. All right, let's test it out. Oh, and guess what? We forgot to stamp our things. So before that, remember to stamp. So now we're going to have to stamp it real quick. All right, so let me put a little cushion underneath here. And I have the thank you for everything. So remember to stamp this before you do this part, because you'll end up doing what I just did. There you go. I'll have to fix that one a little better with my markers. And then a little bit of the flower. I'm actually going to just do one because I'm afraid the other parts won't go, but you get the idea. All right. And then, as you can see, oh, I also have to do the back part. There you go. So I know the saying is going to be pretty there, so I'm going to put some cushion on it again. I'm going to use it, because it's a shiny paper, I'm going to use some Stazon ink and give it a second to dry. So I just re-inked it. See if it got it in there. All right. Ta-da! Got a little on there, but we'll take some alcohol a little later and get that off. Give it a second to dry. While we're doing that, do you notice how these borders right here, they actually came to get, when you cut them, you actually get 2 sets. And so I didn't want to waste any paper, so I'm going to do the same and use the negative of that. So I'm going to put a little glue on the back of the pink first, just to make sure it adheres to the green. I'm just lining up the peaks there, and then I'm probably going to do the same. Let's start on the edge there. So I'll cut that off and line this up about right there. Some more glue. About right there. And then I'm just going to cut the excess off. I thought it would be a good accent not to waste the paper from the previous card. I love the basic borders are able to give me 2 different borders in one cut. There we go. Let's see. It looks dry. See if I can do this very subtly with some alcohol without ruining the other letters. There we go. That looks a little better. All right, I think it looks dry. Let me look real quick. I think so. So it'll go around. All right. And one more thing here, because everything else is raised except for the bottom, and I don't want it to droop. I'm going to take a piece of the foam sheet and just cut a strip to be able to fit under there. I'm going to get my card base. That is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Fold that in half. Let's get all that release paper off, and we'll test out our lovely mechanism. I have a little gum keeper that I keep my release papers in. All right. I'm going to center that in there. And ta-da! Thank you for everything. You are the best. Thanks for letting me share this with you. If you'd like, please like or subscribe to this YouTube channel. We'll get many, many, many more video tutorials and cards that are fun for you to make. Hope you have a great day. Thanks. Bye.